What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 2 of BAMM. So, in episode 2, I want to talk about my blood work. Last Monday, I got my blood test, and then on Friday, I got my actual results. So, I've gotten 3 blood tests in, my adult life. First one was March of 2020, before I was taking anything. Second one was May of 2020, which was peak COVID, and then the last one was the other day. So it's been about a little over a year since my 2 blood tests were taken. The second blood test is kind of like an incomplete one. It was just they were worried about something, so I retook it a couple months later just to see if everything went better, and it was fine. It was my potassium was really high or something like that, or it was something stupid was really high, and it screwed up my levels. So it was because I ate a bunch of salt, and it screwed up my levels. So then they checked it and they were like, okay, you're fine now. So that was really the only thing. I want to talk about the comparison of my blood works real quick. So with blood work, it's really important that you get blood work kind of for anyone, but especially if you are taking things if you were taking anabolics, you need blood work. I have my blood work, and I'm going to compare. I'm not going to compare everything, but I'm going to talk about the things that I did get tested and that I'm looking for. Off the bat, though, I have not had my testosterone ever tested. I've never had a hormone panel done. I tried getting it, but they didn't want to do it, and you can't, it's kind of annoying to, fight with your doctor to do something, so it's whatever. It's the testosterone thing is important, and the estrogen thing is important, but it's not the end of the world. It's more of my other health things, like my liver, my kidneys, and my cholesterol and all that. So let's get into the differences. So the first thing I want to talk about is my hematocrit levels. My hematocrit when I was natural, back on March 23rd, 2020, my hematocrit was 46.1. So they say that the normal range on here is 42 to 52. My hematocrit now is 50.7. So I'm pretty high on that level, honestly. I'm what hematocrit is, it's your it's basically your red blood cell count. It's how much red blood cells you have. So I essentially have a lot of blood in my body. So a good way to kind of help this, since it's not super high, that's the only thing. If it's super high, there's a lot of things you need to do for it. But at this level, since I'm just at the borderline high, where I'm not even considered high, but it's I'm getting close to there, I should just probably donate blood at some point, and that would help get my hematocrit levels back to normal. So that's something I need to look into, is donating blood possibly. So hematocrit was not the worst thing on here. Now when we get to the worst thing on here, let's start with something really bad first. So my cholesterol on my March test in 2020 was 136 total. My HDL was 43, and my LDL was 80. So I'll read you the normal range for all of them. Total cholesterol, you want 100 to 200 basically, and I was 136. My HDL was 43. I think they usually want it over 40, so 43 is fine. It's not great. And then my LDL, they want it between 0 and 99, and mine was at 80. So I was okay with HDL, and I was kind of high on LDL. Not the best. And then my triglycerides, that's a hard word for me to always say, was 66, and they usually want it between 0 and 150. Now let's go to the next one. Recently, my total cholesterol, 194. That is almost borderline too high cholesterol. Triglycerides went up about 12 points. It's now 78. So this is the weird part. This is the part that is really weird. My HDL, remember, I said it was 43, I think. It's now 73. That's a 30-point jump in my HDL. That's really good, actually, which is surprising. So that makes me think, oh, my high cholesterol would be from maybe my almost high cholesterol would be from my good cholesterol, which you would think is a good thing. My LDL went up from 80 something to 107. So it's damn, like, both of them went up. So I had to do like a lot of research because I just know like the basics. You want your LDL low and your HDL high. That's basically what they teach you in school, and that's kind of the simple way to think about it. And you want your total cholesterol below 200. But I had to look into it a little bit more and ask some people. The fact that my ratio of my cholesterol is still very good, especially my HDL going up so much, I'm pretty much in good hands. It might just be that my LDL got skyrocketed because I was eating junk food also, because this was after 2 weeks of post show where I was just freaking going at it. So it makes sense that my LDL is higher. So I think after I clean up my diet and I'm like good and like act better, the LDL might drop a little bit, total cholesterol might drop a little bit, and the HDL will probably stay the same. Also, another thing, I've been eating eggs, like actual whole eggs, way more now than I did when I took that last test. That last test I never ate eggs at all, and now I eat like 4 to 5 a day. So that also could be a reason why my HDL is so high, but also my total cholesterol is so high. That would be something interesting to think about. And then the next thing is my ALT. So your ALT is basically your liver enzyme count. In March of last year was 24, and they want it between 30 and 65, and it was 24. So my ALT was actually low. So my liver enzymes were low. Go to recently, it's now 55. So my liver enzymes jumped like 20 points. There could be multiple reasons for that. My biggest thing is it probably came from me using orals for so long, which is why my off season, that I'll probably talk about in the next episode or so, I'm not using orals. I'm going to try to avoid orals for a little bit just to let my liver heal. But yeah, so that was basically my blood work. I see my camera's going to die, so it might die on me, so we might cut this a little quick. But yeah, so that's going to wrap up the blood work part of this video. Basically, I just got to clean up my diet and stop acting like a dumbass and avoid orals. That's kind of what I've gotten from this. But everything else seems pretty good. So we're going to move on now to a lift.
I don't get what I want, I get what I need. Every single day I'm heading off to my dream, and I get everything that I damn well please. I don't give a damn if you all listening to me, cause I run it. I'm the only one that really want it, I'm the only one that's really on it. I'm just being honest, I'm just doing everything I promise, cause I want it bad enough that I'ma make it as an artist. And I know I'm not the smartest, and I know I'm not the largest, but I promise you that I'ma be the one that worked the hardest. Cause I promise you that I'm just getting started, and I promise you that my skills are getting sharper. So I'ma get charted, can't be guarded. Nah, I'm the one to get retarded. Get the party started, yeah, get the party started. Yeah, so let me get up on it, yeah. Bitch, you got me fucked up, I don't know what's up. Pour that shit in my cup, we bout to turn up. Crank this shit up so loud, sounds like we're sold out. In front of a whole crowd, we lose control now. Y'all take this shit too personally, everybody got a different version of me. Everybody gotta be learning from me, everybody wanna be working with me. And I feel like there's uncertainty and urgency to find out what you wanna be. But honestly, we change our minds constantly. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving.